right. Howdy cuties. Welcome to the stream. Let me see if it's currently up. I'm waiting. Okay, here we go. Let's see what else is everyone. Is anyone in the chat yet? Is anyone hanging out? I'm having a good old time. First, welcome. Welcome. Hi, cuties. It's you. Oh God, disgusting. I am already very gassy. Okay, so item time. So the first thing we're doing, which I already decided, so I win, is we're gonna do the dinner table. Now, I'm looking at the chat right now. Cutie kiss. Did you hear about me trying to get 1 million coins? Yeah, I actually did. Spooky scary skeletons. Yeet. Okay, so the first thing we are doing is going to be making the dinner table. Dinner table, which I actually am going to need a reference image for, so let's get that up. Do a Pookie bin next. No. This is real furniture items. I can't be making Pookie jokes. Not right now. It's too early. Once I get this reference image up, I will start the modeling process. The problem is sorry, I'm dealing with some other stuff that's going on. It's very, very annoying. I'm trying to get the reference image up right now. What is being modeled? Dinner table. Dinner table, classic dinner table. What is being modeled? I already answered that. Is your work at Club Bang 3D hard? I would say it's relatively challenging, but it's a good team, so I'm kind of okay with it. If my computer would open up, that'd be great. I'm using my laptop for reference images now. That way I can constantly look at the chat. If it would. Oh my God! Oh my God! Crap. We're having dinner, boys. Invite your maidens if you like. I'd invite my maiden, but she's on a college interview right now. So let's see what we got. All right, dinner table. All right. I have to look it up in the context of Club Penguin. It doesn't generally work when you just say dinner table. You get lots of IKEA ads. Okay, so the dinner table. Yes. All right, let's get started. I can't actually put it here. That's kind of annoying. I have to just kind of leave it off to the side. Okay. So let's see what we got. Can you make a chimney? Make me a Lego sunglasses t-shirt. Okay, so for everyone who is wondering or doesn't really know what we're doing, furniture items only. That's all I'm doing tonight is just furniture items. So let's get started with a leg of a table. So let's take this. Let's actually the first thing I should probably do is import the penguin model. That's generally important. E. Let's go into Blender models, and there we go. Here it comes. It'll import in a minute. Up there it is. Okay, so now that we got the penguin model, we'll leave that over there, and we'll start building our dinner table. So the first thing we're gonna do is make a cylinder, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna make it extremely small. It's gotta be. I'd say like 0.3. Bring this down to like 0.3 as well. And then space that out nice. Kind of like that. Next thing is going to be making another cylinder that kind of moves outward. So we're just gonna kind of do this one step at a time, do it incrementally, you know? And I'm gonna Control J every single thing that I add on through the process. So let's sorry guys. I don't know what I generally just have strokes occasionally. It's fine. Wrong thing. I need a cylinder, and is it starting for anyone else? It's just loading. I mean, there's a table there. Can we see Trash Boy? No Trash Boy right now. Sorry guys, no Trash Boy. Actually take these numbers and just kind of import them in. That way I can have, this backfired. I'm actually gonna take this and make it small enough where I can get a view of that. Yeah, okay, that works. I don't really need the Z. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're looking at right now. We're gonna start moving our way to making it. So sorry, I've got I have no actual speaking voice right now because I am very distracted. So I am apologizing now instead of later. So here's what our dinner table's looking like right now. I hear Palp's son. I mean, all right. We're gonna take this piece here, and we're gonna take the bottom piece, which is this face. We're gonna kind of do that with it, and then we're gonna we're gonna split it into halves. Take this piece too. We're gonna, nope. So if I get this kind of angle, I kind of got like the structure of the table. I'm actually going to take this piece here and I'm going to make it slightly bigger. That way it kind of starts looking like the table. I'm going to add smooth shading at the end. So the next piece that we need is going to be a circle, followed by the same thing again, and then followed by the table itself. So we're going to add the circle now. I'm just looking through the chat. Whenever my voice gets quiet, it's because I'm looking through the chat, just looking at what's going on. So you guys know I like to model very methodically and make sure everything is in the right place. So if I get a bit too, oops, that's not where that needs to be. If I get a bit too untalkative, I apologize. So we're gonna take this piece, we're gonna flatten it, then we're gonna take this piece and we're gonna flatten this, and then we're gonna take this piece at the top and kind of try to make like a ball and go on the top here. That looks disgusting, but it is the general idea. Take that, we're gonna kind of try and evenly space that. Now we got this like really sort of awful, terrible abomination thing. So we're going to take that, we're actually going to widen it because it needs to be widened. Not that wide. It's about right. And then we're going to take it and we're going to shorten it. No, we're going to shorten it. Yeah. No, wait, this is, there we go. So we got this going. Although it needs to be a bit, one, it needs to be all the way up here. And two, it needs to be a lot wider as well. So we got this going. So now that we've got our next piece, which I'm actually going to make a bit less, not that much, but like this, so I can get like that nice. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Now it's a bun in a vase. Yeah, it'll get there. So we're going to take this, duplicate it. We're going to put it up here. And now we've got the basic structure of the table itself. Now the great thing about this is, one, I can kind of leave it here and see how big it is in comparison to the penguin and see if it needs work. So if the feet are at the same level, just about here, the table is going to start at like this area, kind of like his stomach, sort of neck-ish thing. So the great thing about this is that I can take this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece at the bottom, and I can Control-J them together. And now they're one piece that I can copy and paste on their own. I'll also apply smooth shading to them now, and now they look like this. So this is where our dinner table is at. It is one ball, I guess you could call it. So we're gonna add, first thing we're gonna do is take this, we're gonna sorry, I'm looking over chat. So we're gonna kind of, now that we've got this piece is completely done, we're gonna apply color to it. And the color for the dinner table is like this, like sort of tannish color. That's actually that's like perfect, basically. So this color, we're gonna kind of try and like get it to be like a good distance away. I think that should actually be a bit more separate. So like about here. I think that's a fair distance away. So take these. Take these and put them like here. And now we've got our basic dinner table setup. So now all we need to do to actually make the dinner table like a dinner table is to add the table. So the table is working very, very simply. It's just one layer and then another layer. So I'm going to actually add the first layer right now. Plane should be perfect. So let's kind of get it level with this. And then let's kind of try to put it in like the middle-ish. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it will be scaled. So let's take this and scale it and then scale it out. And look at that, it's already terrible. What a coinkydink. So we're going to kind of try and get it right. That's about even. So we're going to take this, I'm going to take this piece, we're going to move it a bit, yeah, that's about right. So we're going to kind of try and add some scaling, actually make it a bit less on that angle, and then add a little bit more on this one. So now we've got the basic structure. Now the next thing to do is add a bit of height to it. And then after that piece, we add another height, and then we kind of extrude it out a slight amount. And now it's starting to look like that dinner table that we all know and love. So now we've got this piece here, and we're going to make this piece the same exact color as this piece. So we're going to go over here, we're going to go over to diffuse, go over to materials, and we're just going to take that material again. And look at that. Look at our perfectly nice dinner table arrangement. Let's see if you guys like it or not. I would eat dinner on that table. That is one big table for one big family. Like maybe 6 penguins could sit in it comfortably, I guess. So let's check out a render of it. I'm not going to do cycles because no, but I am going to go over to the world and turn on ambient occlusion. And now we're going to do a blender render. Look at that. Look at that cutie dinner table. I would eat dinner at that table. So now that we got dinner table, for funsies, let's take the same exact table, and first off, we're gonna Control-J it together. So we have two. So now we have a full dinner table ready to go. We're gonna take this dinner table, and we're actually gonna make the rosewood dinner table, which is a completely different item with the same logic. This actually changes the both. That's a problem. Yeah, I guess take this, add a new one, and then do that later. First thing we gotta do is get the rosewood coloring, which is like a dark red. So we're gonna leave it at that for now. And we're gonna take this entire area, assign that, and now we've got a rosewood dinner table. Perfect for 2 penguin families. So we got regular dinner table and rosewood dinner table. And now we can render them both. And look at that. We have 2 beautiful, almost visible tables. let's turn the camera a bit so we can actually kind of get a view of it. Oops. Ugh, excuse me. That was pretty disgusting as well. So let's move this back a slight, and look at that. We have our little penguin, we got our 2 dinner tables, everything is well. At Coping I can't find my updater on Mac. I'm working on the Mac updater actually very soon. After this stream, I'm probably going to do a bit more work on it. For now, you just need to download every copy of the game. Time for the chairs. Palps burps. Yeah, thanks, guys. So, the best thing about the chairs is that they are one of the most simplistic items in the world. They are one of my favorites because of just how easy they are. So, here's the dinner tables. Speaking of which, I should probably name the person that I got the idea to do the dinner table from. Let me shout them out. Let me actually pull up Discord and get that. Who is the person who... let's see, what do we got? Who is the person who recommended that I do the dinner table? Yeah, okay. It was Vartex. So, Vartex, if you're out there, I made your furniture item. I liked doing the dinner table. I won't do the potted plant right now, but I do like the dinner table because it's a pretty important item to have early because it's pretty much one of the staples. It's one of those penguin furnitures that you're like, oh yeah, that's a staple of the game. So I appreciate that you even considered it. So we got 2 dinner tables. So the next thing to do is the seats, as I mentioned. They're pretty easy because they're just kind of 4 cylinders, a plane, and then another plane. So the next thing to do is that the first best thing about these is that the this bottom piece of the tables, it's the same texture for the chairs, basically. The chairs kind of work the same way, so I gotta take this piece here, and I wish I would have known this. I wish I would have known I was doing the chairs before I decided to like try and do this, but I gotta Control J it, and oops, too much. Actually, no, it's not. Now that I think about it, it's actually going to be making my job a bit easier, to be completely honest. So if I take this, and I actually should probably just do that. That way I can kind of get a viewing for it. So if I take this, I got most of the pieces. I'll take the other pieces that I don't have. That's too much. So I'm going to actually go back to original plan A and just kind of snag, not all that, snag up to here, and then kind of try to get as much as I can without touching anything else. Oh, boo. Sorry about the quiet, by the way. I get a bit into it when I'm really like serious. So if you do not like very quiet streams, I apologize, but that's the way this stream is gonna go because I need absolute quiet for this kind of stuff. Let me make sure I got everything. Looks like I got every single piece of this. So I'm gonna just kind of duplicate this and move it over. Oh wait, can I? I cannot. Oh Lord, I can, but it's not really working too well. There we go. So the next thing to do is actually split this piece apart from everything else. So this might be the problem of the century, folks. Taking this and Shift D'ing it, and now I've got a full table again. But the best thing about this is that I can actually take this and I can just fully delete the table. So if I just take this and I leave it alone and I just kind of yoink the table without taking that piece, yoink the table, I'll yoink the entire, that's too much, yoink the yoink, there we go, yoink the entire table, take this out, delete all the vertices, and now we are left with one adorable looking chair. So next thing to do is take this out. Next thing to do is take this piece and take the entire top of this piece here and like take these edges and connect them together. Now we got this cute little piece. So this is going to be the base of our chair, basically. So we're going to take this. I'm actually going to move this piece. If I can. Nope. Can I move it and edit? Maybe. I don't really want to try too much though. So we're going to take this piece. And we're going to make this smaller first off. That's the first thing to do, is make that smaller. And then bring it smaller over here. And then scale it down on the z-axis. Oh lord. Actually, I don't need to make it that much smaller. Like, I was making it like way too small versus making it like moderately small. So this piece needs to be brought down by like half, I'd say. I'll actually bring it down to 280, see how that looks. It actually needs to be brought down though. So like stuff like that. And that's about right. Like, it doesn't need to be much lower than that. So we're gonna Shift D, we're gonna take this, we're gonna kind of make it 4 times, whatever. Kind of the same process as before, where just kind of take 4 pieces and just kind of plop it. Oh my god, I can only go in 2 directions. Oh, whoa. There we go, that's the correct direction. So we got this. So we got this now, we got the chair, basically. Outline of the chair. Next thing to do is take another piece, another plane, and move it, move it again. Move it a 3rd time, and then move it a 4th time, unbelievably, move it a 4th time, ladies and gentlemen, to be at the proper angle. So we're gonna kind of try and like, squeeze, finesse it, I guess, yeah. Can I get this close, get this piece close as well? And that's about gonna be it. That's about right. So we're gonna take this piece now and extrude up. Now we got this beautiful chair-like creation. All we need to do now is extrude it a bit more. Take this, and now it is a stool-esque. It's a stool-esque thing. So the next thing to do, although this does look like a miniature table, I can promise you it is not, is add the cylinders at the top, which are literally the easiest things in the world because they're just cylinders. They're nothing else, just cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. And once I get one of them right, it's going to be really easy to get the other one right because they're ridiculously tiny and really symmetrical. So take this and make it microscopic. Take this and make it microscopic. Move it up. Move it up. And then take this piece, bring it down. Not that far down, but like this much. Then extrude it up as much. I need faces. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, that didn't really. That was not helpful. Move this up here. And now we've got sort of a chair. It should be a bit higher and a bit thicker, but not by much. So make it 0.1, make it 0.1. And that's about right, really. A bit higher, but other than that, it's kind of good. So like that will be absolutely perfect for the chair. Next thing is to kind of like take this, and after this, the only two things left are to smoothen these out, smoothen this out, which is already smooth, and then the final piece is to just take that top chair thing again, actually, I can actually just take this one, take this, rotate it 90 degrees, sorry, negative 90 degrees. Take this piece here, then bring it down, because this looks like a classroom chair. This looks even more like a classroom chair, but I can promise you this is basically the chair structure. It's just this. So all we need to do now is just kind of rotate it slightly, like rotate it like a bit in this direction, so it looks more like it's like at an angle, you know. Take this, and look at that. Here is your dinner chair. So let's take the colors, control, join them up, and then take the same piece from before, this beautiful piece, sorry, no, wrong color, this beautiful color, take this, take this, Control J, and there we go. There is our beautiful dining chair, and our penguin cannot fit in it, but that's okay. We'll actually try and test him out a little bit. So this is how well your penguin's gonna fit. He actually almost fits. Let me rotate him. Make him have a nice little tea party. Yeah, he's almost in. So we're gonna take him. We're gonna kind of have him hanging out down there, and now he's eating it. He's eating his dinner. You know, he's got that nice dinner. So I'm assuming the people, as you often do, want a repeat on the other side made of rosewood. Not hard to do at all. So all we gotta do is just take this, rotate it the opposite way, not that way. Rotate it. Yeah, there we go. 180 degrees. Sorry. That's 180 degrees. And then take this. Actually, we have to create a new color. Rotate it here. Then take it and snag it to be rosewood. And then take this then just hit it. And I put it in object mode again. So assign. And there we go. Now we have a rosewood dinner chair, a regular dinner chair, and two tables. So here we go. Here's your dining. Did I open another window? I think I did. Let me make sure that's what I did. Yeah, okay. And here you go. I'll make a render, which won't change anything because the camera's still at the same position. So I'll actually pull the camera back a bit. And let's see. Sorry, I hit my mic on my way to like render. Like I snapped, like I hit my mic and then I hit the mute button. I didn't realize. So sorry about that. But here's how the chairs are looking. Here's how the table is looking. So thoughts, opinions, concerns. So not seeing a lot of I'm seeing some thoughts, seeing some concerns. Seeing some thoughts, seeing some concerns. So let's see, what do we got? Those are some nice dinner tables and chairs, looking good, cute. So I'm seeing. Make the chair bigger for the pengu. Sure, but I mean, you're not really gonna sit in your own chairs, so it's not really like the big concern. I just want to make sure it's like on model. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of support. So next furniture item is you guys need to vote on, because I have four furniture items completely ready to go, completely ready to be put into the game. So the next thing I need you guys to do is vote on the item you want to see next. I'm going to leave Pengu over here for now, but start voting in the comments, the Twitch chat. I'm not on Twitch, I'm on YouTube. Don't be an idiot. So I need you guys to vote on the next thing you guys want me to model. I'm probably not going to be here for an insanely long amount of time, but I did want to at least pump out a stream for you guys, because, you guys kind of make, teamwork makes the dream work, and you guys make my dream work, so I wanted to make sure that you guys knew it. So if you got anything you want to see, I will model it. I just want to make sure that, it's an item that will be getting a lot of use, and not something like, oh yeah, make the underground excavation kit from 2009, because it's an item that came out in 2009 and never saw the light of day again. I bought it, and I was like the only person who I ever knew that had it or displayed it in their igloo. So, give me something good. Eggshell chair, fridge and stove, model a clock, a chair, a chimney or a couch, beanbag, give gray plush chair, duck. I'm thinking that fridge is a good way to go. Fridge is a good next item, because I've already got the dinner tables, so why not make the fridge? Excuse me. I'm probably not going to make the item animations quite yet, but I'm just going to make the base fridge model. So let me pull up a reference image for that. Alright, so here's the question, cuties. Do you guys want the stainless steel fridge or the classic fridge? An important question, because they're both fundamentally different items. So if you guys want stainless steel, hit me up. If you guys want regular, hit me up. If you guys want red stainless steel, hit me up as well. If I do stainless steel, I'll probably do red stainless steel as well, but if I do regular, I'm probably just going to leave it at regular, so let me know. Alright, seems like everyone's really going for classic. Yeah, no, I'm not even seeing a single stainless steel in the comment. So, everyone wants classic fridge. Alright, I hear you. Let's do classic. I was hoping you guys were going to go for classic, because that was the one that I am impartial to myself. I'm a bit partial to that fridge. So let's model it behind this penguin, actually. So, we're going to take the simplest thing of all, cube. We're going to take this. The fridge is actually not really that hard, like in terms of actually modeling it, because it's really just kind of a square with some added things on it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, move it down, check if it's a proper fridge size. I think a fridge is about... Actually, the fridge on the CP is actually way thinner than like normal fridges are. So I'm going to kind of try and like make it that size. That's about right. So make it 0.75 so we have a nice even number. Yeah, that's hot. So we're going to take this, and that's about the fridge. Yeah, no, not really, actually. It's actually a bit too high. So we're going to take this, we're going to make that. It's about a fridge size, yeah, I'd say that, but I also am going to take this, extrude it out. No, we're not going to extrude it out. Well, I mean, I kind of want to, but problem is it does this, and it's awful. So we're not going to do that. We would have to take everything. I just kind of want the sides to come out, so I'll extrude them a bit, a smidgen. And I'll extrude this side also a smidgen. So that's what we're looking at. That's about the right size for a fridge. I think that's about right. So we're gonna take all this. Sorry. All this. Control. Oh wait, I can't. I actually cannot. Control J faces together without dissolving. So I'll have to dissolve then because I don't want to deal with really annoying edges. So we'll just kind of take these, dissolve the edges, and now we've got this. Dissolve this edge. Dissolve this edge. Dissolve this edge. Now we got. Oh, hello. That's a problem. That works. Both sides. So we got this. I'm actually gonna take this edge and dissolve it as well. Ugh, why is dissolving them so annoying? It's not really working out as well as I'd hoped, so we're gonna actually not do that. Fun fact. We actually are gonna just. I'm thinking of just deleting it. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Why not? So we're gonna move this over here. We're gonna go with the same basic dimensions, but with the with the width tampered with a slight amount. Slight amount. Yeah, sure. So take this and make this point. I think it was 0.75. That's what I decided on. Yeah, that's about right. Is the sun using the hairdryer? Yeah, there's actually a hairdryer going right now. It's awful. I wish that I could just go and rip it out of the socket, but you can't fight everything. There's other people in my house, unfortunately. That's about right for fridge size. I can't believe I didn't get that sooner. But the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna just straight up bevel the edges off. Because I want curve, and every part of it is curve, and it's not like the end of the world to curve it, so I'm gonna curve it. There we go. And it's also even curves, which is nice. So now we got our curved fridge. Let's add some smooth. Let's add some smoothness. Now we got a smooth curved fridge. Next problem is going to be differentiating between these two. So our main fridge, like our freezer area, is up here, which is a problem because I can't exactly, once I'm beveled, I kind of can't really do it as well. So I'm actually going to take away the bevels for now and go back to this. So, oh my god, that hairdryer, I just want to go rip it out of the wall. It's awful, I hate it. So let's dissolve these edges, and look at that, now we got a nice clean fridge with just one. It's actually got to come down a little bit, really. I'm actually going to take this as well. Yeah, it's a bit too high. And this edge can actually stop existing. Dissolve. Sorry. It's actually dissolve these faces. Sorry, dissolve edges. Oops. Okay, so we'll bring this down. We're going to bring it to about there is right. Now we're going to take these four edges at the sides, or not that one. So we're going to take these four edges, take this one too, take this one as well, and just Control B, bevel those babies whichever way that they come off. There we go. Bevel those babies off. And that's about right for our fridge. So next thing we're going to do is we need to add some clear divide between these two areas of the fridge, because obviously. So we're going to kind of, oh, hello. Kind of do that. It looks gross right now, but it will look better probably. Hopefully it will. Let me see how it's looking in the divide. I can't even see it from this render. So I'm actually going to take this piece, and I'm actually going to take the entire part here. Take these. Can I go over to face select? Yeah, that works. So I'm going to take these four faces, and I'm going to oh my god, slightly scale them. Very, very slightly. So now we got this where it looks more right. So we got a fridge, we got our nice little convenient doors, and now we're actually going to start adding color just because it's easy. So take this piece, make this like super like that color, and then assign it. Now we got this piece, then take this piece, make this the blue that we all know and love. And there we go. So now we got clear differentiation between our fridge and our other piece. Pop will eventually get so annoyed by the hairdryer that he will make a time machine and kill the man who invented hairdryers. Probably. So, that's what we got right now. I'm actually wrong. I should probably be scaling this in slightly because I scaled it out, but it's really just an inward kind of thing. So, I can't really scale it too inward either because I need the, yeah, I need that to show up. So, we're going to leave it alone for now. So the next thing we got to do to our fridge, give it some smooth, silky transitions. Then the next thing we got to do is take 2 more cubes. Really, they could be planes, but I'm going to use cubes because I find them to be more convenient in a lot of situations. Some people I know really like planes. Some people I know really like cubes. Really just depends on your preference. I like cubes because I don't like having to deal with extrusion if I don't have to. I like being able to just adjust the size like this, but I know people that will tell me that I'm wrong and I'm awful, so it's really just up to you and what you want to do with your models. I'm just going to do mine the way I know how, and I'm going to leave it at that. So, I'm going to bring this down slightly. Yeah, that's about right. So I need to bring this over. So we're going to bring this slightly further. We're just going to kind of push it until it's like kind of gross. That's about right. And then we're going to duplicate it. We're going to move it up here, and we're just going to really scale it down and just kind of make it. And there we go. There's our basic fridge. Thoughts, opinions, concerns while I do the final touches on this kind of stuff. Thoughts, opinions, and concerns. Speak now or forever hold your peace. That's a bulletproof fridge. And this epic. I don't think it's too accurate. The fridge looks like the one that ran away from me. Oh, you gotta go and catch it. Haha. Yeah, no, I kind of think it looks accurate. Like that fridge, there's really not much there. I could extrude out the faces, which I will do right now because maybe a bit more, but like it doesn't. I can't really do much. The fridge design is pretty simplistic. Just kind of like a fridge. There's not much that I can really do to it to make it look amazing, you know. Other than actually take the fridge with me when I move it to the render. So we're going to move the fridge back here, and then we're going to render it so we can kind of get a view of that attractive, no, not animation, render the image. And there it is. So there's our fridge hanging out in the back, being a good fridge. The great thing was only in the front, not around everything. That's actually true. I'm actually incorrect on that because that would be really the only barrier. So I'll actually change that out because that's actually a correct thing. I just don't really know how fridges work. So sign that. And now we've got our nice little fridge hanging out in the corner like that. Although there is some clear color issue going on in the back. That's probably just because of the render. It looks fine from this angle. So fridge wise, you guys like, dislike, hate me? Epic fridge moment. You're a fridge because you're cool. I think every keyboard is loud. Every keyboard is loud, but mine is especially loud because I just slam on it. Is it me or is the fridge a bit small? I actually think it's like fine, but if you guys want it to be scaled up, I can. Let me just control. Let me just connect all this stuff so I don't have to worry about that. And let me bring it up. That better? That better size? So this is a good. You guys like this size better? Good size? This is about the size of a real fridge. This is about what you would expect. It's electric stove time. All right. let's do the electric stove. So this just went from, hey, we should do a furniture stream where you guys suggest things, to, hey, kitchen, and it's pretty cool. So whatever. I mean, small as in how wide it was. No, this fridge is actually about this width in the actual game. It's really not that wide. If you look at like scans, and if you look like scans of it, it actually is about this width. I actually was not really concerned about the width. I think the width was fine. Gray plus chair. Maybe, but I kind of just want to get the stove out of the way. Maybe not like the cupboards and stuff, but at least those 3 items, because I already did the fridge. I gotta do the kitchen. I gotta finish it up. Alright, let's get started on the stove. So, the stove is actually not that bad in comparison to what I thought it was going to be. It actually isn't that bad. The worst part is going to be the rings on the stove. That's going to be pretty awful. But other than that, I'm not really seeing much problem. So let's start. Let's start off with the cube, as per customary. Let's put the stove over here. That way, I'm gonna put it like further back, but like about here. That way, I get a good reference of the Penguin model comparison. So this is about how big the stove top should be. Like how big the stove in general should be. Maybe a bit wider, but not much. It should be like 2.25, and then 2.25 across. And that's, I really should just be scaling it, but I don't care. So that's about right. That's about right for a stove. So the next thing we gotta do is, the stove is actually completely cylindered. So I'm gonna just kind of take this, make a minuscule scaling, and then take this piece and then move it up, and then bring that back, and now we've got the basic stove structure and stovetop. So let's bring the stovetop up, and now we got this. So the next thing we gotta do is take this piece and try to bevel it a bit, just so I can get the back area, the face, and then take this. So here's our sort of stove. It's actually not that at all. I was wrong. Although I was kind of close. Although I was kind of close, but I was like way off in terms of actual scaling itself. So it's like about here in terms of real like space it takes up. So, oh, hello. And then it's like about, it's not super angled in. It's actually just like about that. So here's our stove that's coming right now. The next thing to do is going to be to take this piece, make the entire thing the same color as the fridge, because it is that color. I don't know why it's that color. It doesn't like reflect well on the stove, but there they are. So let's add a slight hole, which I hate doing. You guys know I hate doing, but I will do it for you, is to make a hole out of a plane. And take this, bring it down a bit. Not insanely, but I need to rotate it 90. Sorry. There we go. So we're going to take this, we're going to move this here, and then we're going to scale it down a little bit until we get to like a proper stove size. I'd say that's about right. Maybe a little, actually no, whoa, I am way off. So I'm actually going to bring this down a lot more than I thought I was gonna. About here. Yeah, that's about right. Now to take this. Extrude it out a little bit. Wrong way to extrude. Now I got this. I'm going to take these corners. 1. There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. Bevel that off. That's about right. I wouldn't say anything more than that. So we got this, and now we will bring that slightly over. Actually, no, let me go back. Take that, move it up a little bit actually, and then we have to do my favorite thing in the world, which is taking things and editing them terribly. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna take this, and we're gonna knife project. There's actually nothing to project, so try that again. Knife project. No, okay. What? Really? It's not gonna let me do knife projection. It's annoying. Huh, weird though. There. Knife project. Knife project. Oh my god. Knife projection, why? Ah, dang it. Alright, so sorry for seizures. Next thing to do is to, I guess, add the piece out here, which I'll actually, I'll take a bit of artistic liberty, which is just laziness for me, and I will, oh, I'm in the camera. Take this, I'll just kind of bring it down and spread it a little bit. And now we have our stove piece that's like the piece where it's like, oh no, but there we go. So there's our stove piece, there's another stove piece. It is starting to look, I was noticing that it looks a bit like a washer right now, but that will change with time, I promise. So let's take, that's everything, never mind. I'm actually going to take this piece, make a new material out of it, and then replace material 6, and then just, alright, whatever, fine. I'll take this piece, take the hex code, you feeling me? I'll take those 2 pieces, take this hex code, V it in, and then add some darkness to it. So that's what we're looking at right now. Next thing to do is take this piece and just make it like straight up, like, yeah, that color basically. Next thing to do is to actually get the oven piece of the oven going, the stove top. And you're scaring them, stove, no, not the children, stove you, the name, stove you, that little thing looked like an oven. Woofers, don't know, that's why I said woofers. Eggs are, you know, the hip sag. That penguin looking like a penguin. Oh man, this penguin looks 100% like a penguin. Oh yeah. These eyes have seen war and death. If you guys want to take a picture, I'll leave the mouse off for a sec so you guys can take a hot screenshot of the face of war. I think that's enough time. So now we will go back to the stove top and we'll actually do the rest of the stove, which the stove is fairly easy. It's just a couple of concentric circles. So take a cylinder, move it down, move it up, move it down, move it up, move it up and around. Jump up and get down. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna take this, we're gonna take this. I feel like I talk myself in circles when I'm on stream because, like, when it comes to modeling, it's like, you know, I can be like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna bevel this off and do this. But in the middle, when I'm just like, I'm adding a cylinder, I'm still adding a cylinder, I'm even more adding a cylinder. It's like kind of hard to keep myself and you guys entertained by extension because it's literally just, hey, he's adding a cylinder, hey, he's adding a cylinder, you know? So I'm gonna move this down here and move this over here. The thing is, these 4 different like oven spots are sized differently. So these 2 are way bigger, and then the other 2 are a bit on the smaller side. So I'm gonna take advantage of that and use what space I have available to me. Actually going to do this a smarter way that isn't this way. So we're going to delete these two. Take this one out too. I'm actually going to take this piece and we're going to work off of this one. So I'm going to extrude. Oh wait, whoa, what's going on with that? Oh yeah, because it's not a clean circle, so it's like being bad. So we're going to take this face, and extrude it, move it inward. How far do I have to go? There's only like extrude it, move it in. Extrude it, move it inward, extrude it, move it in, and then profit. So what we got here is, besides something horrible and disgusting, look at these textures, my god, is we have, oh my god, what is going on with this? Let me just extrude that upward a bit so we can get rid of that. Yeah, no, this is not, it's pretty gross, not gonna lie. I don't know what I did to it. Put it back in the, there we go. Alright, so move this. No. It's because there's a second cylinder trapped in there. So take this in, take this, take this, take this, take this in, take this, take this, and there we go. So now we're going to take all these pieces, everything in the bigger circles, it isn't that, but this too. Yeah. Take this, take this, take this, take this, and then kind of try to work your way around. And then, oh, I want to die. Oh man, do I want to die. Do I want to die. So we're going to take all these pieces now, if I could. So we're going to take these pieces, and we're going to take this, we're going to work our way around, and keep doing this kind of strategy thing. And assign here, I'm going to make this like a brownish, or like a dark color. And then assign this all the dark, which I could have done this the opposite way and it would have worked, but I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna take this, work my way across the lighter spots that aren't the parts that I need. Oh my god. So that mostly worked. So I actually want this out of the way too. So we're going to take this, we're going to make this concentric circle thing, and then we're going to take like this really kind of darkish red, and then we're going to assign it. So now we got a stove, but it doesn't look like a stove, it looks kind of gross, but that's what a stove looks like, basically. So we're going to take this, we're going to move it to be like a bit like 0.4, I think 0.4 as a scale is better. I can actually, why am I doing it this way? I have a much better way of doing this. It's called scaling. I can just scale it down, fit it in, and see how everyone feels. So we got this. We're gonna move this one. I think this one goes, there's another one that goes in the same general area. Yeah, no, this one goes upward. And these are actually supposedly the bigger ones, which I don't understand. That's not what a stove looks like. Shut up, raining. It looks great. I love this stove. You know, the stove is my babe rating. The stove is my babe. So we're going to take this, we're going to make them like that small. Then we're going to take this and make it large. Then we're going to, that's about what the stove will look like. Maybe a bit scaled down, because like that's still kind of like gross. That's about right. I'd say that's about right. So we got the stove. Now all we need to do is add the top part of the stove, which is the one I need to smooth these out because they look gross. There we go. These also need to be smoothened. Yeah. So this also needs to be smoothened actually. And this too. So now that we got nice smooth shading, my god. We're going to add 2 dials and then our oven dial, which they're easy because they're once again they're just literally cylinders. It's just a cylinder here, cylinder there, change the color, and I'm done. With these, I might not even have to change the color. I think I can just get away with it. So about 0.15, and then just like really microscopic on this, like that. So then we're gonna make this about I think 90 should be fine. Yeah, I'd say it's about right. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna make this. Actually, it's too small, or actually, it's too big. So that's actually it's a bit too. That's actually about correct. So I got this. The next thing I'm going to do is make a copy of it. And then I'm going to make the dial wheel thingy. So we're going to take this. We're going to extrude and make like this. And extrude it in all the way in here, and then leave that. And then we're basically going to scale it out. Sorry, extrude it out. Using proportional. It should be with proportional. There we go. That's what I need. So we're gonna make like a timer-esque device, and there we go. So now we'll just put it in, and there we go. There is our beautiful kitchen stovetop that I will render right now. It's hanging out in the back over there. Let me actually, I should smooth shading because it's godlike, and then add some smooth shading over here because why not? That actually looks better without it, I think. Yeah, no, that definitely looks better without it. So everything else looks pretty great. I'm actually just gonna make this a bit darker, like the middle piece. Yes, that's about right. And then the middle piece needs to be a bit even darker than that because it's the middle. Yeah, there we go. Looks good. These two can keep that material, so I think it fits. It's basically the same color. I just like to have things with color on them. So here we go. Here's our stove. I'll actually take this and we will move it over to our fun penguin friend hanging out in his house. So now we got our stove, our fridge, our two tables. Is everyone liking it so far? Our penguin is a bit looking kind of weird, but I will be adjusting this to be a bit different than it is right now. So I'm actually gonna take this camera, gonna rotate it. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That looks right. And we'll render it. There we go. We got a nice fridge, a nice stove, a nice table. We even have another nice table that's not in this render. So how you guys liking? All right, so now that I'm done with the kitchen stuff, what do you guys want? What do you guys want me to make as my last thing that I make tonight? Because I'm getting a bit tired, getting a bit lethargic. I don't like to model for extremely long periods of time, and I also like just talking. Like it's like I love you guys, but what's the last thing I should make? Should I stick with the kitchen theme, or should I go in a completely different direction? I'm actually gonna adjust. I'm gonna go look at something, and then I will be back in a minute to check out your votes. Alright, I am back. So let's see where the votes are at. Let's see what we got. Egg chair, egg chair, egg chair, pantry, beanbag chair, egg chair, pantry. It seems a lot of people want the egg chair. Sorry. My throat's a bit scratchy. So, seems like everyone wants the egg chair. So, let's do the egg chair. I actually have no clue what this item is. So, I have literally no clue what this egg chair is. If someone can send me a link to, like, a reference image for it or something of that nature, I would be very, very happy. Because I have no clue what this thing is. So, I don't know. So, I kind of need a link. So, I can't find it. I have no clue what this thing is. I have no clue what this thing's item is. No idea. In terms of everything else, verifying my name, I am going to be verifying very soon because it's almost the 24th. Don't make it isn't an actual item. Oh, it's not an actual item? I could have sworn there was like a chair that like it was like a chair and it had like a piece that was like kind of like an egg. Maybe I'm thinking of Animal Crossing. I could totally be thinking of Animal Crossing. Let me look up Animal Crossing egg chair. Yeah, no, I'm definitely thinking of Animal Crossing. I can already tell. That's definitely what it is. I see people have been sending me eggshell chairs in the chat. I can see what it's I can see what you guys want now. I can see what you guys are going for. And I think that it serves a different stream better than this one. So I am going to be going with another item that isn't an item that's been even selected at all. It's not going to be the pantry, although actually it might be. I'm still like kind of on the fence. First off, I'm going to be making a cylinder for rendering purposes. Something a friend of mine taught me with renders is to make them into cylinders. That way they look better. So I'm going to be following that example for now. So let me get down. And now we're in a nice home-esque environment. I'm actually going to extend it out a bit more. That way I have a bit more room to play around. And I'm going to make it smooth. And now it looks like hell incarnate. So let's take that. Let's look at the render for this. Oh, hey, look at that. It's literally nothing. Where's the camera? Oh, it's way out. That would be why. There's our cute little kitchenette setup. So I'm gonna put the camera over in this direction. That way it's like you can kind of see everything, but you kind of can't see everything. Like the penguin's legs need to be hidden because they're disgusting. Everything else is kind of good though. So I'm gonna see how that looks. Way too high up. Also way too close to the rosewood chair. Dang. Not realize it was that close. Let me see if I can kind of angle it another direction. There we go. That should be good. Oh, hello. What is going on with this render? It's very, very low poly in comparison to everything else that I've been doing. So let me move this a bit further back. Let me pull the camera back a bit. And it's going to look a bit awful. But I'm making sure I have everything in. I need to pull it a bit further back without showing off too much. So what about here? Is this good? Nope. Still too much angle. I'm actually gonna pull up the angle a bit. So let's see what that looks like. That's closer. That's closer to being correct. But I also need to pull in. I need to pull in a bit more of the rosewood chair as well as the fridge. So I'm gonna try and get this. Maybe this render will work better. Yeah, that works. I'm down with that. I'm very down with this image, although a bit more like that. That looks kind of good. I'll put it in cycles at the end, but I'm just kind of trying to say it. Why is the guy in big tan place? Would you prefer a different color? I'm just leaving it as tan because that's the most homey to me. Can we get big tan place as an igloo design? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm just kind of letting it exist. So, the last item that we're going to be doing is going to be the cupboard. I'm going to do the cupboard because then I have everything done except for the wall furniture, but I'm not dealing with that. So I'm going to do the cupboard with the sink on the top. That way I can kind of get that one out of the way, and then you have a full kitchen. You can play around. You got a sink, you got a stove, you got a fridge, you got a stovetop, and you got a table. So you got everything you need for your perfect kitchen set. Sorry everybody who wanted something else. But I'm going to do that because furniture igloo items are kind of important, especially in the beginning. So we're going to do that. So let's get started. I need a reference image. All right, I got a reference image. So let's party. So we're gonna start with a cube, and we're gonna move it down here. It's gonna be about the same size as the stove top. I'm actually gonna move the fridge over so I have room to put it in a place. So this is gonna be about the size of the sink thing, because cupboards are not that big. They're actually a bit smaller than stoves. So we got a stove, we got a fridge, we got our sink coming next. So our sink is I'm actually wrong. It's going to be a bit wider out, like in terms of like 2.7 seems like it's an okay number. Don't look bad. I'm actually gonna push it back so I can kind of see it. Maybe a bit less on the width department, because it doesn't need to be that wide. It needs to be that's about right, I'd say. It's about as much width as you need. Maybe a bit lower in terms of, in terms of this. Yeah, 1.8 seems like the number. So we're gonna leave it like that. And here is our basic cupboard model. So now we're gonna take it and we're gonna go ham. So we're gonna extrude this out, and then we're gonna make. No, I said we're gonna extrude, and then we're gonna. Why? No. What? Why is this not working the way I want it to work? An unforeseen circumstance. You know, it just needs to be moved by an inexplicable amount. It's still too much, or too little. Oh wait, do I still have proportional on? That's why. I was like, I wonder why that's happening. It's because I still have proportional on. Yeah, there we go. So, that's about, nah, too much. That's about right. So, I'm gonna take this, Now we got a nice little door for our stuff. So we're gonna take this. I like to do things very oddly in terms of actually like how I construct. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna dissolve this edge, then take this face, take this, take that, and now I've got, well actually no, that's not right. I don't want that. I want this piece to be dissolved. I want this face to be brought up. Then I want all these pieces to be extruded outward. Yeah, like that. So now I've got the kitchen counter thing going. So now the next thing I'm going to do is take every piece here. I'm actually going to start adding all the actual color, because I like to have color early because it helps me differentiate between the pieces of the model. In case something like oh yeah, what piece is this? Oh, that's that piece. This is this piece, whatever. So I always add color relatively early. Not insanely early because it can be gross, but early enough where it's still like, you know. So I'm gonna apply that to that piece, and now we've got the top piece done. Next piece is everything else, which is about going to be a darker color than the one that we had before, but not insanely dark either. That's about right. I'd say that's about right. Next thing to do is make sure that we can differentiate between these two pieces, which is kind of a problem, but if we scale this, no, that makes it look gross. That works a bit better. It's a little trick that I know. A little trick that I like to follow is just making a door like slightly more open than another door, and then it looks like there's differentiation. I don't know if that actually will look good in the render though. No, yeah, you can see the difference, so I'll go with it. Why not? Next thing I need to do is, pretty sure they're cylinders. I go with cylinders, even if they're not. Cylinder time. You know what? I'm gonna go spheres. That sounds fun. You know what? I've been using a lot of cylinders tonight. I think I deserve to use a sphere every once in a while. So I'm gonna use a sphere. Smooth it out, baby. I need that smooth shading. And then I'm gonna make it like 0.25, 0.25, and finally, this will blow your mind, way lower because it's actually wrong. It's actually gonna be more like 0.1. That's about right. Now to put that, just kind of put it in. Then make another one on the other side. I can kind of move out a bit more. So now these two things exist, and they're going to use the same color of brown the other thing is. So now we got our cupboard's looking pretty sick, not gonna lie. So next thing we're gonna do is actually make the sink. So the sink is fairly easy. It's just this piece here at the top, further in. I can't. Oh no, I can actually not. I actually can't bevel it yet. Kind of disappointing. So I'll extrude it downward. And now we got like a sink thing going. Although I'm actually gonna make it not that. That's about right. So next thing to do is take these edges here. I'm just gonna take 4 edges. 1, edge 2, edge 3, edge 4, and bevel them all off. So now we got our like play school style thing. So let's make faces now. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna make another color, which is gonna be like this, like dark kind of thing. And then we're gonna make like it that color, and then we're gonna make it this nice little sink. We got a nice little sink coming along, chugging along, baby. So the last thing we're gonna do for this one is we gotta add the we gotta extrude this further in so it looks, you know, kind of acceptable. But other than that, once I got that going, which will take another couple of minutes. Okay, sure. Just give me. Oh my god. There we go. I'm gonna extrude this inward. Just kind of extrude and scale. So now we got this piece, all this piece, all of this will be same color. Now it looks like our sink is coming right along. So now the real last piece of this sink is to make the sink head. So we're gonna take this piece over here and this piece over here. We're gonna extrude them, fold them inward, and now we got the bar for the sink. And then we're gonna kind of have to try and like improvise it. Actually, I think I want that a bit wider than it was before. I actually want it about here. So now I got this, and logically the next step is going to be making a cylinder. Oh yeah, who's ready for more cylinder time? So we're gonna take this piece over here. Actually, yeah, no, it's fine. So we're gonna take this piece over here, put this down. So let's take this and then move it kind of like, I mean, the problem with the sink is going to be like the head is going to be fairly disproportionate, but I can kind of make that work. I'm kind of okay with making that kind of sit right. So let's try and move this inward. It actually needs to be brought in a bit more. That's perfect. That's a perfect size. Bring this in and then bring this down. And then we got a nice little, does this go all the way? Okay, I don't care as long as it's not all the way. So now we got our nice little sink head. Yeah, okay, got it. So we're gonna make this thicker. I'd rather have it poking out from the back side because you can't see that. So like I'd rather have it like that, which actually, I mean, you can. So I might want to just kind of try and get it as close as I can. Shit. All right, hold on. I have another plan. One, this can die. This entire piece can die. So I'm gonna bring that up. So there's that. It's still sticking out a bit, but I can fix that by just going over here and just scaling it down. It looks a bit wacky, but I don't really care because it's still fine. So the next piece is going to be bringing that down again so I can make like the so I can get like the proper, there it is, yeah, the proper, like, it's not that big of a sink head. So I'll actually just kind of take this piece, extrude it up a little bit, done. Then I have to make two little pieces, like one tab's over here, which isn't hard. I can just go like this, scale it down, and then rotate. Not like this, not just like this piece, but like if I take this, and then kind of like, well, you know, it's gonna be a bit like that. So we got that piece now. The next piece that we need to get is the piece that actually is the sink part. So let's make another cylinder, because I'm lazy and I don't really want to try and rotate stuff when it looks bad. So we're going to take this piece over here and we're going to bring this down, bring this around, bring this to like here, and then bring it up. And we're gonna repeat the same process a few times, but for now, I'm just gonna kind of scale it down and then rotate it at a clean 45-degree angle. So I got that going. This is going to be the main piece, but I also need to do a few more things to it. One, extrude it out, rotate it. So there's that. And then I will make the final piece, which will be here. I'll like put it down, extrude it out, and there we go. It's like the Pixar lamp. I might add a bit more, I'm actually going to add smooth shading to it to make it look nice and hot, but it also looks like god-awful from this angle. It's like really small, but there's our nice little setup. I'm actually going to scale up the faucet because it looks god tier bad. So let's, there we go. That looks a bit better, although I don't really like how it looks in general. I'm actually going to try and fix it up a little bit. Let's fix it up a tad. So the one other thing I can do is like go like this and make it more of like a natural evolution from where it was to where it gets. I could just, oh, that's a bit too much. That's a bit too far. Oh, it went all the way back. Oh, now it's this size again. Delightful. Let's go back to before I rotated you. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I can add some slight twists and then kind of go like this at the end. And then I can scale it upward to being not the worst thing ever. So this is what is looking like right now. It does need to be better angled, so I'm going to bring it down. You know what? I'm willing to accept that sink. I think that sink is, although it is the worst thing I've ever modeled, I am willing to accept it because I don't want to model this sink anymore. Who's with me? I'm going to try and render it and see if it looks horrible. Doesn't look bad. I think I did a pretty good job. I think this is satisfactory. So Palp's a keyboard smacking programmer, pro gamer, pro hacker, pro man, game epic Fortnite Let's Player. Standard. Ew, that's kind of gross. That sink is thin. The faucet. Yeah, the faucet's pretty disgusting. So small. It is a bit small, but I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's just big because like I have a lot. There's a lot more room to play with on like a 2D one. I'll make it a bit bigger, but not insanely much. Not like much more. So there's the final faucet. I made it bigger. You can't really get it from this render. Let me. I don't really want to move the camera though, because it looks like this is about the size how it would look in like an igloo. So make the knob thing thicker. Yeah. All right. It's about as much as I'm willing to put. That's about as much effort as I'm willing to put into a sink. So, it is that time of the stream again, everybody. My favorite part. The part where Cycles completely destroys everything. So, let's get to it. I'm actually going to make the floor different color, so it looks a bit more homey. I'm going to make it the same color as the... that works, actually. No, it doesn't. There. So now we got a nice little homey feel. Let me see how that render looks. It needs to actually come back. The camera still needs to be pulled back, which is annoying because I don't know how much more I can pull it back. But like, it still needs to get pulled back so I can see the rosewood chair. Nope, I have to keep this piece right in there. It's the important part. You know, there we go. That looks good. I'm very down with this, with rendering this in Cycles. How's everyone feeling about it? Everyone liking how it's looking? Everyone ready to render in Cycles? More importantly. It's Cycles time. Beautiful. But it's that time, everyone. It is time for Cycles. I wish you all good luck on the other side. I will see you there. Hopefully it doesn't look god-awful, but we're going into Cycles, everybody. Time for the stream to die. Adios.